Hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to do a video and update you where we're at with the truck and the incident I had be a week ago tomorrow. Met with the gentleman's insurance, well I guess an adjuster from the insurance. Everything is done third party nowadays. He has a company called Alpha Insurance, I believe, or Trexis or something like that. It was Alpha, now it's changed to something else. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but the lady was very pleasant on the phone that I talked to. I did Google them and read some reviews, and the reviews were horrible, but thus far the lady was very pleasant to talk to on the phone. And then a third-party adjuster called me, and plain and simple, that lady was a total, yeah, that word there. Anyway, she ended up hanging up on me, and I called her back and called her out on it, and she goes, well, I thought you hung up on me because it went dead. Told her no, and just making excuses, you hung up on me. So anyway, met with the adjuster today. He was also a very pleasant gentleman. I told him of the mishap that I had with the lady yesterday, and he apologized on her behalf, which doesn't make her any better in my eyes, but that gentleman was very pleasant. I did get an estimate back on my truck. It is going to be right around $3,500 worth of damage to replace everything. I want the whole bedside replaced, new bumper, probably do color match to the truck. Gonna have to do both tail lights because they are aftermarket tail lights and you cannot just buy one of those. So going to do a new set of tail lights, bedside, and then also the paint work and stuff like that. Probably going to do like a black bumper and have it painted, or a chrome bumper, have it painted, whatever, it works. New steps, both sides. I'll do both sides. Probably do maybe a new license plate bracket while I'm at it. I tossed around doing a roll pan, but if I do a roll pan, I'm going to have to purchase a hidden hitch. I priced some hidden hitches, and they're right around $300. So I really don't think I'm going to go that way. I really don't want to pay. I've already got a hitch on the truck, and I probably could make this one work. Just, you know, had to cut this weld here, and then raise this up and back just a little bit. Do another square hole up in here someplace. That way your hitch can come out behind your license plate is traditionally where that works. But so we're probably not going to do the hidden hitch and roll pan. I had talked about that in several videos back, and one gentleman said he suggested he likes the roll pans, but he likes the painted and color match bumper better, which I think I'm just going to go ahead and go that route. So I think while I'm doing it, I'm going to go ahead and opt and have possibly the whole bed painted, and that way that portion is done, and then I just gotta primarily concentrate on the cab. So since everything is done and taken care of, you can see the back of the truck is just covered in soot because of having the exhaust, if you can see it up in there, is just blowing out, you know, in the back of the truck right there. So what I want to do, since and I am going to need a new tip from MBRP and a new MBRP tail section. That will also all be included. When I did the insurance on my truck, I opted for what's called a customized policy, and what that does is that covers all the customized parts that's on my truck. Guys, if you have trucks like this out there and we spend a lot of money on this stuff, I would suggest doing the customized policy, adding it to it's called an endorsement, I believe, on the policy. Add that to it because it just helps in situations like this. If his insurance wanted to buck me on it and not pay for everything, all the aftermarket parts, like if the exhaust would have got into the turbo, and you know, I've got an aftermarket turbo, I've got an S300 on there, they would have paid for factory replacement. So they would have paid for one tail light, they would have paid for factory replacement exhaust, they would have paid for a factory replacement turbo. Well, since I have the customized policy, customized endorsement on my policy, I would just have my truck fixed through my insurance, and then my insurance would go after his insurance to get everything paid for, so I wouldn't even have to worry about it. But Hopefully it seems like everything's going to be taken care of. If it has to go that way, then so be it. I have no problem with that. I'll just turn it into my insurance. My truck will get fixed and they'll just go after his. So anyway, while I'm doing that, since all pictures is taken, the adjuster is satisfied with the pictures and stuff like that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and cut a 90. I got to cut this hanger off and reuse it. And I'm also going to cut a turn down out of here and put it on my truck too, just to get that soot blown down towards the ground instead of all over the back of the truck. So gonna grab my cutoff wheel and just hack it off or cut it off right around here someplace and put that on there. Then I'll just turn down and hit the ground right in front of the axle then for right now until this piece right here gets ordered. Actually, you know, these Amazon has these. I believe it's a GP006 is what that MVRP tail section is, and then that is a double wall tip. So that's one of their more expensive tips instead of just a single wall with the rolled edge. So grab my cutoff wheel and get that cut off and get that bracket cut off. Alright, there we have a nice little turn down made just out of that junk piece right there. I'll put that on there and use one of my existing band clamps, and that way it's turned down. I'll probably turn it down and out just a little bit like that. That way it isn't just blowing soot all over the underside of the truck. Of course, as always, everything's just a little bit more difficult than what it actually is. In the accident, when that tail section was basically ripped out of its home right there, it stretched that band clamp out right there. So I had to get a little, I guess, backyard fixing on it, I guess you could say. I actually used some of that reflective furnace tape and wrapped it around that end section first, and then put that band clamp back on because it was stretched and it wouldn't tighten up and hold this elbow in place. So I basically made it fit. So had to take up just a little bit more space and put it in there so that would tighten up and hold that in place. So anyway, that is taken care of. Now it is just going out and hitting the ground instead of, you can see already how black the rear end is from just a week of driving. I did turn my comp box down so I wasn't dumping so much soot and so much fuel all over everything. So one of my plans is, when I take it and drop it off at the body shop, we're actually going to take the bed off and put it on one of their carts. And he's going to work on it that way, because the bed actually has to come off of the truck to be able to take that bedside off to replace it. So I'm going to be driving a truck without a bed for a while, and while I have that done, probably going to take and just pressure wash the crap out of it and clean it. Maybe take either some chassis saver. I've saw that used in a couple of videos. It looks like it works really, really good. And paint the frame. What you know, try and go all the way up, and try and get underneath the cab there. So, you know, because I'm going to have basically from here back, all that is going to be exposed, so I can get it good and cleaned. The frame here is pretty well exposed, but you just can't get things as clean as you can when they're 100% exposed like it's going to be. So while I have that off, that's one of the things I'm going to work on. Get all the soot under there cleaned up and de-sooted, I guess you could say. So anyway, guys, I appreciate it very, very much that you guys are watching. The guys who subscribed, I appreciate it. hit that like button, give me a thumbs up. Check it out below. Stickers are still available. I have a few of them left. They are these right there that are on the back of the truck. If you can see them, you can't see from there. We'll walk around to the other side of the truck so you can see. I have two different styles of stickers. I have the style that I have on my truck, which is basically runs horizontal, and then I have a vertical style flag too. So if you guys want to pick those up and support the channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. This is the horizontal style, and then I also have one that runs vertical. So anyway, guys, like always, thank you so much. Hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you have not already done so, and we will see you next time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.